Walking backwards to Christmas across the Irish Sea. Hello again. I'm wittering on about refugees again because it's been bugging me and I've been waking up early and thinking about what to do and blah blah blah. We did start the process of offering homes to a couple of young Ukrainians, and then it turned out that they were going to accept an offer from somebody else. So we're back to square one, and we could kind of walk away from it and say, okay, well, there are masses and masses of people offering these people homes, and we don't have to. But I think we will find someone else and carry on with the process, even though it's long and convoluted and it's not going to end once they arrive. And I'm not sure why we all felt this was so important, because lots of commentators have pointed out we didn't react like this over other refugee crises. There wasn't a mass movement to open up our homes and our hearts to Syrians or Libyans or Palestinians, was there? So I just wonder why. Did we feel a special affinity for the Ukrainians? I don't know why we would. They're Slavic people. I can't even read their writing. It's full of strange symbols. Is it because of the way the media have presented the situation to us? I don't know about that. It feels like we've been getting eager journalists reporting from war-torn countries for decades, and we all know conflict hits the headlines. The sight of a crying child standing in the rubble always gets to us and makes us outraged at the atrocity of it and sells newspapers and so on. But normally, we give money. Maybe we collect some piles of blankets and clothing or tents, or whatever people need. You can't keep worrying about a situation you can't do anything about. It would drive you crazy. Well, maybe it's the suddenness of it. It's only been a couple of weeks and millions of people have fled the country, a vast outpouring of humanity, which is quite spectacular and attention-grabbing. And maybe we think it's particularly unjust because it was more or less in real time. We saw the Russian troops massing on the border, circling like sharks and then pouncing like wolves. And it's like, oh, shock horror, what's going on here? To our way of thinking, and I'm not saying we were right in that, because different people have different ways of looking at things. There isn't just one view of events. But to us, it looks like an unprovoked aggression. Maybe it aroused our memories of the Cold War. We got stuck in our cosy little world of economic growth and social awareness and shops full of whatever we wanted to buy whenever we wanted to buy it. And now, suddenly we feel threatened again. And maybe we forgot that most of human history is about aggression and land grabs and control. Well, I didn't actually forget about it. I just never could engage with it. I'd rather think about neurodiversity and homeless people and healthy diets and growing vegetables and stuff like that. And I have the luxury to do that because my maternal relatives fought off my paternal relatives in the Second World War. Human nature is not a theory, it's a survival mechanism. You can try to indoctrinate everybody to be nice to each other, in line with your carefully constructed social theories, but then they'll just turn around and bite the hand that feeds them. Look at the way the Harry Potter stars are behaving towards the author of their success. Ungrateful little bastards. And then this thing about immigration. What bothers people is we want to be the ones doing the biting. We get fed up with endless appeals for tolerance. Give us the freedom to complain and we'll bloody complain. So my worry is, after we've welcomed all these thousands of desperate Ukrainians with open arms, which I fully intend to do, and listened to their plight and tried to help them out, after that we'll find that we can't keep on helping. We can't keep on feeling sorry for them, and we'll be expecting them to be moving on. Maybe after 6 months, which is the government allotted time for giving us financial support, we'll be thinking, right, well, perhaps they're on their own now, perhaps they can go off and sort their own lives out. But, some of the people who are asking for shelter are children, students. They're people who want to finish their education in this country, and that's going to take more than 6 months. And I know the outcome of the Russian aggression is not clear yet, but I think we can be very certain it's not going to end very quickly with the Russians saying, oops, sorry, our bad, we'll piss off back to Russia and let Ukraine get on with its own life. I think we can be certain it's not going to be like that. There isn't going to be a country for those Ukrainians to go back to. It's not going to be like it was. It's never going to be the same again for them. Their lives have been damaged, and they're going to carry the scars of that forever. And if they stay here in the UK, my worry is that a lot of them will end up being vilified for the ills of the nation. You know, there'll be another scapegoat for what we've done to ourselves, basically, by leaving the EU. And if they can probably learn more or less to speak English. It's quite difficult once you've grown up. The children could learn to speak English. But there's always going to be this problem. And they aren't the last refugees we'll ever see, either. So I don't know what the answer is. But we can only do what we can do and try and show some humanity, no matter what the politicians do. Okay, bye for now.